I became a big fan of developer Vector Unit when they released a game more than half a decade ago called Hydro Thunder Hurricane. And the reason why I loved this game so much was the water physics. I really enjoy games that do water really well. Like some of my fondest memories of things from over around a decade ago is the intro to Bioshock when the water's coming down the stairs. I still think of, and it was incredible. And the other weird one was in Gears of War 2 when it's at night time and it's raining, and you look at the window and there's raindrops on the window and there's rain running down the window. And to me, I think that's when I really, really, really fell in love with this industry, I guess. And it was just a weird thing to sort of pinpoint to say this is why I love games so much, but it just shows just how little details matter. But anyway, the Hydro Thunder Hurricane, the water physics was incredible for me. I loved the game. I played really well, it was really smooth, but the water was sort of what made it stand out for me. It felt dynamic, and that's sort of, you don't get that with games on the water all that much. You have it's a wave, but it's just a bump that's been pre-programmed to be there at every point on the map, where Hydro Thunder Hurricane didn't feel like that. Since then they moved on to make more mobile-ish games or smaller games. They had the Riptide series, and now I think they had Riptide GP released before, and I could be wrong in saying that this was a game that was made for mobile devices first and then ported to consoles, because it kind of felt like that. But here with Riptide GP Renegade, this to me feels like it's a console game first, console PC game, and it's made me fall in love with those types of games all over again. And it's for the exact same reasons I loved Hydro Thunder Hurricane. The water physics are incredible. The handling model is really good. The campaign structure is awesome, and I just kind of fell away for a few days and played this game, and really, really enjoyed it. It's got similarities to Riptide GP, where the stunts or the tricks you can pull off, it's still got that similar structure to it, but everything feels much more smooth and precise. Like I keep saying, the water feels a lot better. You can sort of ride along. You can feel when another racer's driving. They cause ripples and they cause waves, and it feels like it's real in the world, where the previous game kind of didn't feel like that to me anyway. It feels real here, and sort of when things come crashing in, that's the kind of cool thing as well about these tracks. They're varied. They're actually quite varied. On top of that, things happen from lap 1 to 2 to 3, whatever, where things change and it mixes things up and it keeps things interesting, because with water racing, you can be bumping along the waves, and it can get a little frustrating, obviously, when you don't hit the waves quite right and the enemy does and just flies past you because you're not catching the traction from the water. But that's just part of the fun, I guess. It's about finding the right waves and adapting to them. And some of the cool things is sort of getting behind another racer and drafting, and you can feel it feeling a lot smoother behind him because he's pushing the waves to the side, and you just get there and you get ahead, and sort of just moving along the water is a lot of fun. And the upgrade system is pretty straightforward. You have your vehicle, and you earn money and XP and skill points by leveling up. You use that money to upgrade your vehicle. You use the skill points to upgrade passive stats or learn new tricks, and these new tricks will give you will up your boost meter, and you use that boost meter then obviously to boost. And it's a straightforward game. There's nothing too complex. There's a bit of a story. There's a story in there. Don't really have to follow. It's a bit of, I don't know, dumb fun, I guess. It's pretty alright. But the racing itself is just sublime. To me, it's probably better. I'd say it's better than Hydro Thunder Hurricane, and I think it's definitely Vector Unit's best game to date. And they're finally back on my map in a big way, and I look forward to seeing what they do next. Look, I'm going to be honest with you, I don't like these outro to videos either. I hate the whole pleading to watch more videos or like or subscribe, but honestly it really actually does help if you do subscribe. So maybe subscribe, maybe? Yeah? No? Yeah? Don't worry about it.